Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 23. It's day 2. It is D-Day, June 6th, 2017. Hey guys, as always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge in the market. See what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, let's get into the trend. Yesterday, pretty quiet market there yesterday. Very choppy. Decided to forego the daily trend as there really wasn't much to report on. But man, oh man, what a move today. So let's jump right into the recap here. As we got underway, Globex trend was to the downside. We saw the morning session a little bit of a grinding uptrend. YM really lagging in the session, but NQES uptrend, deep pullbacks, and finally late PM session with a deeper drop on both the on all three industries, but the NQ and ES really dropping. ES and YM actually finished up near their opens, and NQ finishing it out down below. Take a look here at the charts momentarily. NQ barely sneaking out an all-time high, but it was 6J, CL, and the gold across the board. Let's actually take a look at some of those charts here in a moment. 6J last night, nice post there on the Globex. Nice move. There it is, the crossover of the moving average, just another indicator of trend. But looking at the solid Heikin Ashi bars, and again, for those of you first time visiting us, let's jump right to the charts that we're looking for. First thing, we're looking for those Heikin Ashi candles under the cloud for the highest probability setup. We're looking for the 534 EMA in sync, and if on our side, we'd love it to be in the same color to the downside as well. And so bang, to the upside, there it was. Even though the setup was in the regular trading hours, there it was, Globex, nice move to the upside, only continuing, bang, trend to the upside there on the pre-market open as lower highs, opportunity to move the stops up on the trade management, and we'll take a look at how the 6-day rolled out today. Also on the GC today, nice move there. Market open, Globex move overnight and pre-market there on the gold to the upside. And finally, it was the crude today, finally pulling out a nice move back up, moving average crossover in sync. That's right, with all three charts. The 534 EMA, the 5144 cloud. I got all green signal there. Market's already been chopping open. Yeah, we got a couple of pockets downside. You would have never taken anything here as this was an indecision bar. You might have been able to sneak out a couple ticks on the move downside here. Otherwise, it was all to the upside. Opportunity, and you can see no hanging tails there to knock you out in the beginning on the crude and all the way up as the moving averages to the upside. So nice move there on the other charts that we watch each day. All right, VIX closing out here back above 10 as core sector list 16 in the green. We had our jolts out today numbers and a little bit of pre-testifying here as we lead into Thursday, which we'll mention here, which includes several events that might just move the market. All right, so momentum down and chop to drop and a little bit of pop actually there at the end. All right, let's take a look at some of the market internals. Then we'll take a look at some of the charts here. Here we go on the NQ volume profile after that huge move up, making all-time highs. Actually, NQ pushing out a new all-time high today after the drop, but again, single prints down on the side means at some point, that's right, we need to build some value there. So price action will come down here, build some value just like we see here. Not too bad on the top. Would have just liked to see a little bit more balance to the profile like we do here on the ES. Single prints both sides, 70% of today's trading, so a good value area. We can move on from there. Daily gap, there it is, 58.93.25, new all-time high, just squeezing out a little bit of a higher high today off the Globex, and NQ pulling back. Keep in mind those open gaps to the downside, and again, beware, the ES at all-time highs. Yep, it's not happening tomorrow, but beware that all the way down to 1860.75, which who knows, could take us a decade for all that matters. But at least keep in mind that the nearest open gaps here since our November move up in the market. We left some open gaps here in February. 23.15 down to 79.75. Those are the most immediate pullbacks that I would see if the market is unable to sustain any continued momentum up at the highs. All right, so there are the market internals, AD lines, nothing much to speak of. Again, we didn't really, we popped down to negative 70 here this morning on the NQ, but after that lift up of the market, only to return downside, just brought on the volatility. YM flat across the board. All right, let's take a look at the full session pick here. We can see the NQ, point amount, highest probability setups, market open, there it is. Again, a little bit mid-trend here. You might have held off on this just from the fact that you're dealing with Globex high and the fact that you're entering on the middle of a trend. So you take the pullback. There you go. You got your second setup. Nice move. Tails, not fun today on the NQ. Might have taken you out on your setup. All right, you're out. Maybe you scalped it. Price action pulls back. Leave it alone. Price action crosses back over on the moving average. All right, that's an extra internal. That's not where you enter. Once price action is back in trend and you got the green, there you are. All three charts in green. You take the setup to the upside. You try and hang on as long as you can. Price action pulls back. Maybe take the scalp setup on the fact, what are the yellow dots? That's right. The yellow dots are the fact that the 534 is in sync, but you don't have confirmation on the cloud. But you are underneath the cloud, and finally momentum catches up later in the day on the cloud. But mid-session kind of got a little bit choppy, a little bit quiet there. You got a little high probability setup here. If you were able to get either scalp or at least bring that stop to a break even, walk away with hopefully no loss. Another little pop here. And finally, out of nowhere, algos be it may, news bit, who knows what it was. NQ just maybe sellers, that's all. Price action drops off, and that's the kind of trend you're looking for to finally, what I can tell you is that I was asleep at the wheel and not able to catch that NQ downside. So there you go. But otherwise, it was a nice setup. We had some traders in the room catch this little piece, move to the downside, and then bounce right off the lows. MMLs played out nicely today. We'll take a look at here in a moment. All right, take a look at the YM. Nice move to the YM on the upside. Price action tried to get going, but no move. A little bit of a laggard today on the YM. Not much to speak of. Finally, on the ES, full session, went ahead and highlighted those highest probability setups in the green here. You can see, again, small opportunities on the scalp if you're looking for both directions intraday, but bigger picture, still uptrend. So you're rolling with the uptrend moves, and there you go. And finally, same similar setup that you had before in the AM and early PM. Here you go. And, you know, when you see those three markets, you see that NQ running, ES starting to go, you might just jump on the bandwagon. If you can hold on to that trade management that didn't take you out on a tail. Again, ES struggled a little bit on the way down, so not a big ES trader here, but NQ a lot smoother to the downside. All right, there are the charts. Let's jump right over to take a look at where we are currently on the MMLs. Bigger picture MML price action here. We could see just a lot of consolidation today across the board with little pockets. Bigger picture still holds upside. Little bit of concern here as we're going back, the reds and the greens. We started to pull back here, but we're still holding up above the T340, the Tim Tilson moving average. So still confirming the momentum to the upside. Price action, any pullback, watch the 10 EMA, 50% pullback as we lead into tomorrow's session. Any deeper, watch that zone low. If we lose that zone low, we go down to the 50 period of moving average. To the upside, watch to regain that high, 24.3750, all the way up here to 24.4925. Taking a look at the NQ. Nice moves on the MMLs, actually. Let's pull up the 5-minute for a moment. There's our 5-minute MML chart today. Price action. There it is. Waffled a little bit. Actually, let me take a look here. Yeah, that had a little bit of a reset. That's all right. Price action again. Finally dropped. I believe maybe it was on the 1-minute chart. Let me see if I have a one. Yeah, I have a 1-minute chart here. I don't know if this reset. I wasn't watching the MMLs as much today. Yeah, these reset because this is a 1-minute there, Jedi Trader. So 5-minute chart on the MML. You can take a look at perhaps the 15-minute. Again, just try to get upside. I believe the 5-minute chart might have reached up there and then pulled back, and I believe it did. So let's go back to that 5-minute, but I do not believe I have an intraday pick. But again, let me not No, I don't. So I apologize on that, guys. All right. Anyway, big picture is NQ did manage to get up to the MML's high on the 5-minute, and I believe as soon as it dropped down. So let me show you what I'm trying to get at here. Right here in this region here, as price action was consolidating sideways, we were at the MML highs, which was the resistance upside. As price action broke down, you have an MML reset based on time, and so finally came down all the way to the MML lows. All right, hindsight, but big picture, we're holding up at the zone high now here on the hourly chart. We pulled back to the low. Any 50% pullback, there's the zone, the WAD zone low, and open gaps. Oh, yes, open gaps down below. Like to see that 58.23 at least be closed out before we do anything else. All right, momentum broke that 34 after a little bit of resistance there. So I'm watching the T3 100 at this point, which should, and that's around 58.32, which would line up with the 10 EMA. So that would make for good support downside. And YM, nice move to the downside, 10 EMA. There it is, the zone to watch. Upside, you get your zone up high up to 21,250. But again, we broke that T34. We're all in the red. So momentum on that YM pulling back there as we migrate down to either 50% pullback here midway or to the zone low. Make sure you check out the daily trend in the morning for the current trend. Again, CL, nice move to the upside. Shout out to Trend in Play. Showed you that chart. Same thing on the 6J and the gold. There was the gold move. Let me move this back as the Globex move was the one to watch. Small pocket there. Moving averages crossover. Solid Heikin-Ashi bar upside on the market open. Didn't keep you in long. Another opportunity. And pretty much afternoon session, which get into summertime, you're just not much a fan of anyway. Market closed from yesterday, 6J. That was your Globex, but chop across the board for the 6J and not much going on the 6E. All right, Jedi traders, that's where we are technically currently. As we roll into tomorrow, economic calendar, we have petroleum report as the drama of OPEC plays out in Saudi Arabia and getting their all their countries in line. Either way, it's all about Thursday. We have testifying. We have the Apple event. We have UK vote as well. Plus, what kept us up was a nice little move up, continue upside on that Amazon Google as we hit above 1,000, closed above 1,000. Google, Alphabet pulling back slightly, and Apple coming out with some. We'll see what kind of products are in store for us on the announcements as they dribble out in the news all week. All right, Jedi traders, I believe we've covered it all. That concludes an insight into the daily trend and key futures markets as I watch them each day. Feel free to stop by right here, tradingfibs.com, or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. As shared before, my trading mantra of one simple strategy on the charts, any chart, any time frame, any market will keep you disciplined. That's right, patience and discipline, the holy grail. You can find me every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs, where I post all my daily posts, including or tweets of the market, including stock tweets as well. Also, check out my pre-market trend, where I post those Globex moves, and if perchance I get an opportunity, I go ahead and post the charts in the Globex and show you where the trend is. Make sure check out my technical momentum outlook for week 23 as you scroll down. Where are we? That's right, bottom line, still looking for that 50% pullback, but anything lower, we're watching for those moving averages as we just pulled out, as we talked about today. But momentum remains to the upside, watching those 60-minute reset of the MMLs, which have not played out yet. Also, if you're interested in information about the room, feel free to stop by Trading Fibs here. Email me if you want to see those live chart setups happen in the community of like-minded traders on any Thursday or Friday. And don't forget, I only simply watch what's in front of me on the charts, and I leave the bias at the door when trading. Speaking about bias, means participating in a simulated challenge and letting it all loose. The live trading challenge hosted by Infinity Futures here. I believe the deadline's coming up to sign up. June 14th through June 20th. For you Infinity Futures traders, including myself, an opportunity to receive a little bit of commission credit if you are the winner. Check out Jim Cagnina's video live trading challenge intensive camp, which is going on now, or the wonderful session hosted by myself, archived here at Infinity Futures, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, enabling you to set up a trading plan for not only simulated, but also live trading. If you want any more information on that, feel free to contact me at my email address. Jedi Traders, ironically, Tuesday was a June 6th. Today's June 6th. It's Tuesday, 1944, many years ago. A day, that's right, an infamy, right? And so much has passed in so long, and yet we still live in uncertain times. So hopefully things will eventually get better. That's all I can hope for. So until then, David at Trading Fibs, have yourself a Blue Zone day wherever you may be. Have yourselves a good day. Have yourselves a good night. And good trading to ya. Have a good day.